So we're in a game against Bad Bunny. I wasn't paying attention, so I took a lot of damage. And I don't think add lock and cycle, so 700 damage at the start is pretty bad against log bait, especially when these guys are really good at it. So I think we're even on elixir, or like maybe I'm up by 1. I think I'm up like 2 maybe. Yeah, probably up by like 3, since it took him a while to use his Ice Spirit. I'm a knight immediately, since he just uses rocket, and my knight's tanking his princess, so it can't kill my archers immediately. Skeleton's in the middle, so the princess doesn't attack my archers. Good at knight actually, and lock the princess immediately, since I know he's long elixir and he just uses goblin gang. And let's see what he do. He's gonna goblin barrel the xbow. I'm gonna get a decent amount of damage. He's gonna log. He's gonna kill the xbow. I might actually go offensive xbow at 0 elixir. Since he doesn't have Everend Tower in cycle, I can just Ice Spirit his goblin gang. And I don't know what that princess was. I think he gave up. And yeah, he gave up. Another quick game, and I think I'm just gonna cut till the next match again. And the reason why I'm BMing this guy is because like he always BM me when he's starting hand me, so it's kind of triggering. So I'm just giving some quote unquote friendly BM. So we're in a game against Anaban. He probably sniped me, or he's just using balloon or P.E.K.K.A. That's like the 2 decks he always use if he doesn't snipe someone. So I'm just gonna log, and he's not doing anything, so he probably didn't snipe me, or he would have just played the card already. Yeah, he has balloon, so this is probably gonna be a signature deck, the P.E.K.K.A. Freeze Ice Blizzard, or the Bowler Electro Dragon Battle Healer deck. And he's gonna waste his Battle Healer. Gonna cycle my skeletons for the Battle Healer, and then I'm gonna cycle my archers. He's gonna waste his Baby Dragon as well. And I'm gonna knight opposite lane. Yeah, I'm gonna go explode this lane, since he still has to deal with a knight on that lane. So let's see what he does. Just gonna kind of ignore this Ice Spirit and log. Maybe catch him off guard and get an expo lock maybe. Didn't get expo lock, but the knight did like 800 damage on his other tower, so we're fine. So we're just gonna chill out until we're at full or he does something. And I'm just gonna cycle my skeletons. I don't want to cycle my knight because I wouldn't have an answer for his Baby Dragon. And unfortunately the Tesla died, where I would have just went with an expo in front probably to support my Tesla. Gonna archers like that, so he has a NATO. Yep. Yeah, that expo is dead. So gonna Ice Spirit that lane instead, and then log the bowler side. This defensive expo this position, so if you keep going the left lane on my side, like at my point of view, then it's gonna activate the king tower if the balloon doesn't take that much damage. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to. I'm not gonna try and like kill the balloon, so maybe it gets king activation. But unfortunately, it didn't. So I'm just gonna Tesla where it can hit the Electro Dragon. It's fine placing my Tesla there because I can like pull the balloon with my expo like this, and then the Tesla will kill the balloon. He freezes. I guess that's an okay play, because I have to use my knight now for the Baby Dragon. Actually, I'm not gonna waste a knight. It's fine me taking a hit from Baby Dragon since we're up by like 500. And I think we're in trouble. He's gonna freeze, so I think we lost, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna Fireball and Ice Spirit last second. And he freeze very late, but we're down like 2,000 damage. We're down like by like 1,400 damage. Since he just wasted an E-Drag like that, I get a free Tesla, and he just wasted Bowler, which is like one of the best answer to my xbow. I'm actually gonna Fireball and Ice Spirit the balloon. It fully counters the balloon without getting hit on my xbow and only death damage. So I'm gonna try to protect the xbow as much as possible. And I'm gonna defensive xbow since that xbow is still alive. And I'm up on elixir, and that should be GG. I'm just gonna Tesla high just in case something weird happens. And yeah, that matchup is like pretty easy. Like you can just pull the balloon to your Tesla with your xbow if like they try to bypass it, but sometimes they can bypass it if you place your xbow wrong. So we're searching for a match, and it's gonna take a while probably. Going against Morden, he's probably using Royal Giant because he always uses that deck since it's like broken. So I don't want to cycle my knight because he's just gonna Fisherman it and then kill it and then just go for RG. And then I don't have a tank for his like his Royal Ghost, and then like I lose basically. So I'm just gonna cycle log on the Fisherman. I still don't want to use my knight. Now I use it. The reason why I place it below the Tesla because there's no point defending it since it's like low HP already, and it's gonna like stop him from going in Royal Giant immediately. So I just got a Skeletons because I think that he is gonna go on my tower. And this game is all about like spell damage. Rarely you go with X-Bow unless like they overcommit and then you get an X-Bow lock, but most good players don't overcommit. Even so, if they like overcommit, they can still probably like cycle back to another RG. So it's better not to like take some damage and you think you're gonna get like more damage back. Like that's not good to do because like I always try that, but like they always like cycle back to the RG and I'm down like a lot of damage and I just can't win from that point on. So I'm just gonna pre-place Tesla again. And just gonna Skeletons the Fisherman. Yeah, the Tesla is gonna be dead. If I use my knight on top, then the Ewis would have been in the middle of the bridge and he probably could have went RG at the bridge. And then I gotta cycle back to my Tesla, and that would be like low on elixir. I'm just gonna slide the Hunter. Gonna pre-place Tesla as usual. And just gonna cycle Knight first. Log the other lane. And I'm gonna try to cycle back to another Knight for that Royal Ghost. I'm gonna Skeletons that lane because I know he's gonna Fisherman. And he has to use a Bar Barrel. I'm gonna log defensive that side. And place another Tesla. And he couldn't go in the other lane because like my stuff is still alive even though it's like 1 HP. So that's good for me. Like I know he has another RG, but I probably would have lost if he RG'd like at the bridge. Or would have got a hit on my tower. So I'm just going to cycle Knight in the back as usual. And he's just wasting a Heal Spirit. I think it gets a hit, yeah, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna defend X-Bow, even though that's like the lower HP side. I'm more worried on the other side because this side is gonna target on the X-Bow, and like the X-Bow has more HP than Tesla, so I don't have to worry that much. Just gonna pre-place Tesla instead of wasting my Skeletons. I can use my skeletons to like protect my knight from his fisherman, for example. I'm gonna knight again since he just wasted where it goes as well. And then archers to bait out fireball. If he fireballs, I can like I get like a free defense for xbow, I guess you can say. But I can just cycle back to another one, so it doesn't really matter. That said, it's basically dead. Like you don't want to overcommit on the defense. Like when you're using xbow, you want to know like when a push is dead or not. And sometimes you can win games from that, since you can like go offense going defense at the same time. So I'm gonna cycle Ice Spirit at the bridge, force out something. Yeah, he wastes his fisherman. Try to protect it with my skeletons, and I failed. My archers. On the log. I'm gonna use knight on this lane because the other lane, the X is going for the hunter, so like that side doesn't have any support, so I'm good. Block defensive, so the ghost doesn't go. Now, Tesla last second with the fireball. Ice Spirit, just to freeze it for like 1.5 more seconds. And GG. This game is like pretty boring. You just want to like keep spell cycling and never take RG hit, or else it'll be pretty hard to like come back, I guess you can say. So we're against Agony King, and he's definitely gonna be using his normal deck. Giant Sparky, Hue Spirit Zap, Tornado, Mini P.E.K.K.A, Electro Wizard. I don't know if I said like a card twice. Sorry if I did. And I'm just gonna chill here, because if I go Expo, he's just gonna Sparky behind the tower and just like go all in. And if I pre-Tesla, he's just gonna Giant in the back, and it's going like my Tesla is gonna be like lower HP by the time his Giant comes down, and I have to like use another one. And unfortunately, the Ice Spirit didn't allow the Knight to not get hit. Just gonna log. I know he has Seal Spirit, and I'm Knight early because I thought he would zap the Tesla, so the Sparky would go on the tower last second, and I wouldn't have the reaction time for it. And just gonna cycle Ice Spirit at the bridge. I'm gonna go with X-Bow since he just used his Sparky, and I want him to giant my X-Bow. And I waste my archers there, but it's fine because I can defend really easily, especially when his Spark is on the other lane. I could just use like skeletons on it and then it'll die. Knight and Ice Spirit on the Electro Wizard just to kill it quickly. I know he was going to Mini P.E.K.K.A, so that's why I used the Heal Spirit. Or else I probably would have been in trouble because I was in low elixir. And his Electro Wizard might have stayed alive. Now, like, I'm up the lead, like, I can, like, go offensive Expo. He still has to use a card in front of his Giant. Yep, that's a waste of 4 elixir. This is good for me because I can, like, take a Spark hit, I think, and then we're still gonna be even damage, so I can make a mistake here. If I make one, gonna log the Heal Spirit. Gonna Ice Spirit high and the Skeleton high as well. Log defensively, it kills the Giant and Mini P.E.K.K.A quicker. Sometimes you don't really like want to go for tower damage over your log, and it's better for defensive use. Here I fireball because I know I can cycle back to another one really quickly. And he can't really punish me. He just uses Giant, and he still has to cycle back to his Sparky, I believe. Yep, he has to waste the E-Wiz. I can just log it and my Tesla doesn't get damaged by the E-Wiz. Gonna pre-cycle archers first as well. Gonna knight there first, and then ice spirit and skeletons. The reason why I knight first because I can cycle back to another one if it dies like really quick, just like that. No, I have another knight now. I'm just gonna ice spirit just in case, because I forgot if he used tornado or not. The skeletons and Tesla high for the Sparky. It's fine if he like retargets the giant because it's triple elixir and this giant's like almost dead, as you can see already. Just gonna ice spirit just to play safe. Yeah, basically I win already. Just gonna cycle archers and knight on that lane and they go opposite. Just said good game early because I know I already won. I can defend the Maypeg on my knight. He still has to deal with the xbow right there. Yeah, I'm just gonna fireball log since the xbow is on the Sparky. And it killed the Sparky before he retargeted the xbow. Just gonna fireball, log, skeletons high, ice spirit high as well. So he can't tornado to tower. So this match is pretty easy, except for like single. Like you might mess up a defense and you might lose because of it. But you just want to try like. Normally I knight in the back even if he giants first play and he have Sparky because like the knight will DPS the giant.